Hello, children. A very good morning to all of you. I hope you all are very well and using sanitizer frequently. I hope you all not stepping out from your home. This is Seema Kumari here representing you, class 9 chemistry, chapter name matter in our surroundings. I have made a skeletal diagram that in this chapter what is the things that you are going to be learn or you are capable to give the answers. So here first you will learn the physical nature of matter, which is subdivided into matter is made up of particles and how small are these particles of matter. Now the second you will learn the characteristics of particles of matter. In that you will learn, do they have space between them? Means, is there any intermolecular space between the particles of the matter? Are they continuously moving? And do they attract each other? And the third is states of matter. The states of matter is categorized in two ways. First one is physical states of matter and the second is chemical states of matter. In this first chapter, you are going to learn about the physical states of matter, which is subdivided into three parts: solids, liquids, and gases. And the chemical states of matter, which is further subdivided into elements, compounds, and mixture. But according to the CBSE norms in class 9 chapter 1, I am going to make you learn about the states of matter, the physical states of matter, which is solid, liquids, and gases. About the chemical states of matter, you will learn in chapter 2. Now, first, you should know what is a matter. Matter, as per the chapter name, matter in our surroundings means whatever the things around you, whatever the things present around you is all other matter. Hence, matter we can define as anything which first occupies a space, second has mass, and third may be perceived by our senses. Like air, we can perceived by our senses, but air occupies a space also and it has mass, so that air is also a example of matter. Some example I have written over there: air, water, water. We use a formula for water is H2O, hydrogen dioxide. Hydrogen, we represent hydrogen by H. Oxygen, capital O. Sugar, it is the mixture of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. C12, H22 and O11. Sand, it is a mixture of silicon and oxygen. SiO2, silicon dioxide. Silicon dioxide. Ice, alcohol, milk, oil, kerosene, mobile. Now these days children are habitual of mobile. Without mobile they don't take a single bite in their mouth, so this is a very bad habit. Television, etc., or whatever the things around you. If I'll take the example of school classroom, then duster, blackboard, chalk, bench, desk, electricity board, door, a window, floor, you students, I teacher, these all things are matter. Why? Because these all things occupy space, has mass, and may be perceived by our senses. Now, as we look at our surroundings, we see a large variety of these things with different shapes, sizes, and texture. Everything in this universe is made up of material which scientists named matter. Now here one new term came. What is material? Here one new term came. What is material? So a material, it is a substance. It is a substance that can be used, for making, or doing something. A substance that can be used for making or doing something. Like example of material: metal, wood, glass, etc., etc. Now, so here, as I said, matter is what? Which occupy space, have mass, and may be perceived by our senses. May be perceived by our senses. Why? Because see here the second stanza, what I have written: heat can we may it perceived by our senses. Light can we may perceived it by our senses. What about electricity? What about sound? Yes, these all things we can may by our perceived by our senses, but these all things are not matter. Why it is not a matter? Because these things don't have mass and have and occupy space. So here it is: heat, light, electricity, sound. These all things we can make perceived by our senses, but these all things are not matter. Why? But they have capacity to do work. Heat can boil water. Plants prepare their food with the help of light by the process of photosynthesis. Electricity makes fan revolve, and sound causes the eardrum to vibrate. So, heat, light, sound, these all things are the forms of energy. These all things are the forms of energy. And what is energy? The capacity of doing work is called energy. These all things have capacity to do work, but these all things are not matter. Okay. If we talk about love, friendship, emotions, taste, these also we can perceived by our senses, but these all things are not matter. But it's matter when nobody loves. It's matter when nobody loves, but it is not matter because yes, we can perceive it by our senses, but these things don't have mass and occupy space. And about the air we can perceive it by our senses. Even air have mass, it can occupy space also. That's why air is matter. Now here phenomena like heat, light, electricity, magnetism, sound, vacuum, and shadow are not considered to be matter. Shadow also we can perceive, but it is not matter, because for the matter three condition is necessary to required. First is having mass, occupies space, and the third is may be perceived by our senses. That's why I written over there maybe, not can be. The things whatever may be perceived by our senses, maybe it can matter, it is not necessary, not a can be. That's why I have not written over there can be, maybe it was. Now if I say about the nature of matter, so matter can be classified in a number of ways. And an ancient Indian, because it is Indian, that's why I'm underlining here, because Indian भी हर चीज़ में आगे हैं भाई, पीछे नहीं है. An ancient Indian philosopher said that all the matter, in Hindi it is called padarth, living or non-living, was made up of five basic elements. It was his thought that matter is made up of these five basic elements, and in Hindi it is called Panch Tattva. These five basic elements in Hindi it is called Panch Tattva. The first one is air, Vayu, earth, Prithvi, air, Vayu, earth, in Hindi it is Prithvi. Then fire, in Hindi it is Agni, sky, Akash, and water, Jal. Okay. Now Indian says again, Maharshi Kanad. What was his thinking? Indian says Maharshi Kanad was perhaps the first to suggest that all the forms of matter are composed of very, very small tiny particles known as anu, known as anu, and matter are and each anu may be made up of still a smaller particle called Parmanu. Means the smallest particle, according to Maharshi Kanad, the smallest particle of the matter was Parmanu. According to Maharshi Kanad, the Indian says Maharshi Kanad. Now the Greek thinker Democritus, what he named these particles called Parmanu as atoms. Why? Because in Greek, atomos, in Greek, atom meaning at where these words come, it comes from Greek. Democritus, he was from Greek, and there atomos meaning uncut, means further you can't subdivide these particles, means you can't subdivide these particles, atomos. From there he took the word atomos, and what Maharshi Kanad has said about the smallest particle of the matter Parmanu, called atom in English, and Parmanu called atom in English. And what about anu? Molecule. When this anu, each anu may be made of still smaller particles called Parmanu or atom, you can say. Now matter is made up of, now what is matter? So matter is composed of tiny particles known as atoms. Now matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. And the number of particles in a matter, is however very very large. Okay, now if I'll talk about uh, so matter is composed of tiny particles known as atoms. Hence, matter is composed of tiny particles known as atoms. Atoms can't be further subdivided because atom is the subdivided part of molecules. We'll subdivide the molecule, then it will break down into atom. And according to the Democritus, Greek scientist, according to him, atom is the part which uh, we can't which is uncut, which can't be further uncut. Okay, now the next characteristics of particles of matter. So first, to explain the characteristics of particles of matter, I want to give you some more examples of a matter, that what is matter. So whatever we eat, food, we drink, water, milk, juice, uh, what we breathe, air, these all things are matter, because these all things are made up of these small particles known as atoms. And what we wear, clothes, we use television to watch movie, to entertain ourselves, we use mobile to call and play games. We also see other human beings, various animals, plants, and animals, whatever the things around us, these all things are made up of a very very tiny particles known as atoms. Okay, now the only condition for something to be matter that it should occupy space and have mass. The third thing that I told, to uh, may be perceived by our senses, it is may. Okay, whatever the things that we can perceive our by our senses, it is not a matter, it is not a matter. The all things whatever we can perceive by our senses, it is not a matter. That's why I told may. Okay, if the things like friendship, love, affection, hatred, good manners, thoughts, ideas, taste, and smell, these all things do not occupy a space and do not have a mass. So that's why these all things are not matter. So these all things are not matter, because these all things do not have a mass and not occupy space. Only these things we can perceived by our senses. Okay, now uh, now I'll explain about the characteristics of particles of matter. The particles of matter are very very small. It is atom that we can't further subdivide it. And the second characteristics, the matter have spaces between them, the matter are constantly moving and attract each other. Now in the next class I'll give some activity examples, and that activity will prove these all characteristics of the particles of the matter, that these all things are correct and how it is correct. So for today it is enough. Okay children, please take care of yourself. uh, Wash your hands frequently, use sanitizer, don't step out from the home. Okay, bye bye, thank you.